Hey guys, okay, so today, new day, today is the 7th. I'm actually kind of excited because my wedding ring shipped out yesterday. It's coming from the Ukraine, so I'm a little about that. So hopefully it's the right size and everything, because I got fat fingers, and I got little meat hawks over here. I think it's ham hocks, I think that's the term. But I've got all that figured out, so I've got that going on right now. Wednesday's coming up. Woohoo. That's the day we go and apply for our license. And I guess as his mom wants to get a money order so she can get her license again. Like they're already married, but she wants to get a copy of it. And if you're not from Philly, money orders are kind of like a check. See, when I lived in New York, we didn't have money orders in the small towns I lived in, so that wasn't a thing until I came here and had to get my license, and we had to pay like, I don't know, $60 for, I don't actually remember how much. I think it was like from 40 to 60. I think maybe like $45. It was an odd number. Or it's not an odd number. Okay, but we had to use a money order, which I wasn't used to. So good thing next to the DMV was, like, they had a little station in the DMV. It was just down the hall a little that they use, like, you can order money orders through them. I think it was $45 actually. So there's that. Let's see. Oh, update on the whole job thing. I got the job. Yay. Basically, I called after I did my background check that he told me to fill out, because he sent me an email for the background check. Clicked background check, filled it all out, which was basically me. My hair's still wet. Gotta brush it. So basically, that was just, ooh, ouch, that one hurt. That was just me filling out my social security, my phone number, and my name like 5 times, which I thought was a little extra. Oh, and what really bothers me is, so I called him like an hour after I had finished it, because it came an hour after. No one answered the phone, so I called again, or I called like an hour after I called the first time. I got an answer, and they were like, okay, yeah, give us a moment. And I sat there for 10 minutes, and Ez was like, just hang up. So I did. I hung up, and he was like, don't even bother with that place. And I told him, I was like, oh, he left a pair of his socks there. I gotta clean. Crap. That was supposed to go into the laundry. I'm doing laundry right now. Let's see. Yeah, he got really upset, and he was like, you might as well not work there. Money's money, even though minimum wage in this state is $7.25. Mind you, I'm used to being in New York where I was getting paid $11.75 for making subs at Subway, for doing cake decorating work at Walmart. That's really, come on. And here, I'm not even getting 40 hours a week. Like, because he wanted to start me off at 10 to 15 hours a week. Seriously? Whatever. I mean, I like the hours on this place, honestly. They open at 11, they close at 10 or 11, depending on the day. I think they close at 10 on Wednesdays or something. I gotta close those drawers. Sorry, ADD. Yeah. So, I mean, the hours aren't bad. Plus, it's half a mile from the house. It's just a couple blocks. It's past Amandi's school, so it works out. So, I ended up hanging up, and I called the next day. And I don't know when this was. I can't remember the exact day. This is maybe yesterday or Wednesday. I'm not positive. I think this was yesterday. So I called and she said, yeah, this was yesterday. She said it was a girl that answered this time. And she said that she was the manager. I was like, I'm sorry, I talked to a male before. And she's like, oh, you mean the hiring manager? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Trying not to be rude because this could be my possible place of work. But I'm getting, like, anxious at this point, and it's very easy to make me anxious. So she's saying, watching Up. Sorry, the window kind of flashed. But watching Up at the moment on Disney Plus. Disney Plus is not as good as I want it to be. But, can I turn this? No, I can't. Okay, that's stupid. She said that the guy that hired me went on vacation and he won't be back until Monday. And all I can think is, like, why didn't this guy tell me that he was going on vacation? Why didn't he say anything about going on vacation? I mean, it's not like I asked or anything, but still, come on. So, at that point, Ez was freaking out. He's like, see, this job's not even worth it. They can't even pick up the phone and blah, 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 blah. He has a bit of a short temper when it comes to crap like that, which I understand, but my baby needs to calm down. Hopefully he doesn't see this, because then he'll be like, that's it. You are not snuggling tonight. It's kind of how it goes. Although I think that's more of me saying that. Okay, off track. Ooh, I gotta call my dad today. No, today's Saturday. I don't have to call him until Monday. I call him on weekdays. Unless I'm feeling really depressed and down, because he's like one of the main people I talk to. Okay, I got Wednesday down, I got the work stuff down. Yeah, I'm really upset about that, so I guess I'll call him Monday, talk to him. See when I go in for my first day of training. Like, I honestly don't want to work there. I don't really like Boston Market. Sorry, Boston Market. I think the only thing I actually like from them is their mashed potatoes and this little spinach thing they have. But, oh, and their cornbread. Their cornbread's pretty good. But those three things are, like, the only things I really like. Everything else is KFC. That makes me sound really fat. But honestly, it's not worth the money most times. So, that's just my personal opinion. Everyone else has their own opinion. Oh, I learned something new today, which I know I was wrong before. Or I wasn't wrong, I didn't say anything about it. Amy and I, as a sister, we're talking downstairs. We were talking about when he goes to MEPS. MEPS is the medical portion of the test, and that he hadn't taken his ASVAB yet. Even though he had taken his pre-ASVAB, he had done really good. And so we were talking about that, and then when I come upstairs, I was talking to Ez about it, because I was thinking about it. I was like, Ez, are you gonna buy the book to kind of, like, help you with the math, you know? He's not the best at math, even though he wants to go into IT. He's not the best at math. Neither am I. I will never say I'm good at math. Let's just say I wasn't exactly the best at math in school. Yeah, so he said he wasn't gonna buy the book. He's like, I got this. Trying to be all brave face over there. So I think I'm gonna try to encourage him if we still have some money after this weekend. It sucks how we get paid on Friday and then weekend comes and we've got no money. But this is when we pay off his debt and stuff. Like, after he gets his paycheck, we pay off, because he's got quite a bit of debt. Not quite a bit. He's doing a lot better now. But he has, like, 2 of his credit cards and stuff got shut down. I wish I can cut that from the video. No one needed to know that. It was when him and I had actually first started dating. He was coming from Philly to New York and renting a room. He stayed in a room for like 2-3 days at a time. So that's a lot of money to be spending. And then he didn't have a job for a little bit, and so it's kind of where all that went. This blanket he got me. I love this blanket. It was actually free, I think, from like Abercrombie or something. I don't know, I cut the tag off because it was bothering me, because I'm not a fan of those stores. Is there anything else? Oh, yeah, I kind of definitely got sidetracked. So he's going for his MEPS on the 18th and 19th. Well, the MEPS, he said, is the 19th, and the ASVAB is the 18th, is what he said to me. And because of his debt, he doesn't know if he's going to be able to get a security clearance like he wants for because the job he wants in IT requires a security clearance. So let's hope that his debt doesn't screw him over, because that's gonna really suck, honestly. I feel bad now. Like, I mean, I felt bad in the beginning about it, but I feel bad even worse now, knowing that this is something he wants to do, and it's kind of my fault. It is my fault. It's my fault that he was going from Philadelphia to New York. It's like a 4-hour drive-ish, or 3-hour drive, you know, it's a lot. So I was honestly, I feel bad now. I really do. Like, I feel worse than I did at the beginning of all of it. So, fingers crossed. Let's hope he gets the job he chooses. I mean, I know that going into the Air Force, going into any military section, oh, anything you do doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the job that you want. And I understand that. That's fine. That's why they asked you to pick, I think, 10 jobs. He picked 12 jobs, so I'm glad. I think he's got to do more research on them tonight. Or no, he did that last night. He's been doing it for the past couple of nights. And I've been looking at the bases and stuff. Like, he chose 4 different bases. And I can't remember the name of them. I will write them down and I'll tell you guys in the next video. But 4 bases, or 4 states. It was Georgia. This I know the states. I don't know the names of the bases yet. So he chose Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. He chose those 3. And I'm trying to convince him that North Dakota, because I kind of like North Dakota. Even though it's a little cold, the only thing is that he doesn't like the cold. He doesn't like the warmth either. Like, he hates the heat, and he hates the cold. I'm like, how can you hate the heat if you lived in Florida for like 5 years? Ooh. And I don't like the cold, because I think it's colder here in Philly than it was where I was in New York. Even though where I was in New York, actually, I don't know if it really is. I guess it feels colder. In New York, they have snow already. Like, where I lived, they have feet of snow. Like, they keep getting storms after storms, like they always do. That's just how it is every winter. But I feel so, like, I really hope that whatever state we move to, because I know that he doesn't want to stay here in Philly. I don't think there is one in Philly. I think it's the one in New Jersey. That one's got a weird name that I didn't like because it sounded weird. Oh, I gotta switch the laundry. Alright, okay. Yeah, so there's one in New Jersey, and I really hope we don't get that one because we've been to New Jersey. I kind of want to travel. I know that's what he wants to do as well. Is travel a little, which that's a great aspect of going into the military. Now, I think both of us are actually lucky in the situation that ooh, got a hair on my nose. Oh no, wait, up my nose. Ah. Okay, I think I got it to go away. I was still trying to check if it was in my nose or not because I felt it. I am so sidetracked today. I just found a freaking bruise on my arm. It's a tiny bruise. Sucks being anemic. I say a lot. Basically, we are both pretty lucky considering the fact that we both have a lot of friends. Or, we don't have a lot of friends. We don't have any friends. Like, any friends that we see on a daily basis and stuff. He has friends and, like, family friends that were in the military or that are in the military that he can talk to. And I have friends that I went to school with or friends that I'm friends with on Facebook that I still kind of talk to every now and then. Like, my friend Veronica, I wrote into our group chat that we've had since junior year in culinary of high school there. I had said, okay guys, I wanted to let you all know I'm getting married and Ez is planning on going into the Air Force. This makes sense. And they were like, oh my gosh, congratulations. And Veronica was the first to message. Like, she was the first one that popped up in the group chat. And she was like, hey, my dad went to the Air Force. And I asked her, I said, how did he feel about it? And she said that he liked it. She said that it was stressful at times. But for the most part, he really did like it. He didn't necessarily like his job, but he liked the aspects of being able to move, meeting new people. He's a very outgoing guy. I met him a couple times before. Jimmy, he's also in our group chat, and it's funny that two people I know, he's actually in the Air Force. So if anything necessary for Ez, I can always ask Jimmy, because I know that Jimmy's a good guy. So I can always ask him, hey, how do you feel? Even though I think he's bomb squad. That's not even close to what Ez wants, but still, I'm proud of him for that too. I'm proud of Jimmy for that, is what I mean. I'm proud of Ez for everything. But yeah, no, I can always ask those two people because I know that they have experience with Air Force. And then my friend Morgan, she's a spouse to a man in the Army, which I know Army and Air Force aren't the same, but the Army and Air Force do have a lot of shared bases. Like, they're friends. We'll just say that. I see more keeps going dark. I see more common, or those are the only times I like see bases being mixed, just when it's Army and Air Force. I think there's 4 that I've seen on the charts. I don't know about in other countries, but in the States here, I've seen them as like 4 different ones. It's really cold in this room. And yeah, so I can always ask Morgan, because I asked her, excuse me, I burped. I asked her when Ez had first mentioned, like, I don't know, a few months ago, when he had first mentioned that he wanted to do something better with his life, that he wanted to join the military. And he didn't, like I said before, he didn't know what branch he wanted to be in. So he was looking at all the branches, and so I had asked her, I said, how's the army? How does Jay feel about the army and stuff? And she was like, we both like it, you know. I don't know what Jay does. I think he's like an actual soldier. I think that's what his job is. And so, you know, I hope it all works out. But I've got them to, you know, talk to and stuff if I ever have questions, because I can't ask my dad. My dad went to the Navy training, or he didn't even go to the Navy training. He signed up for it. They said something to him. He didn't like it. Like, they said that they were gonna ship him out, like, immediately, and he didn't want that. They said that they were gonna ship him, like, across the country, and he didn't like that. This is probably when he was, like, 18 or something. He's now, like, 48, 49? He's 48. So, there's that. I can't really ask any of my family because, well, none of my family's done anything good with their lives, so I can't ask them. And I don't think Ez has too much family that's been in the military. Okay, well, I'll keep you guys updated on the whole job thing and the whole Ez going to MEPS and all of that. I mean, I will probably make another video before then, just to keep updating, because both of our lives are kind of hectic at the moment. I will see you guys in the next video.